Hello everybody and welcome to a new video.
It's
Barry's here.
I'm here. Halloween Horror Nights construction update number 3.
Number 3, we're on number 3, yeah. We just finished with the Minion Land media event. We got a preview of the Taste of Terror event. Barry and I tried everything. I'll actually post a link to that video in the description. If you guys are interested in checking out the Taste of Terror thing, be sure to check it out. Check out our video because we tried what we think was pretty much everything. But we're gonna do a quick Halloween Horror Nights update video while we're here. So without further ado, let's get going. All right, we are here. We're starting up here at the front of the park with Dr. Oddfellow's collection of horror. Not much has changed here since our last update. I'm very curious as to why this structure has guardrails up here.
You would think maybe someone might be up there, but there isn't really a way for anyone to get up there.
Yeah, there's no ladders or anything yet. Maybe that'll come later, but I just find it very interesting that there are guardrails up on the top of this platform.
I'm assuming we're going to have a sign here, probably.
Horror Night sign, you think?
Horror Night sign.
You think? So.
They'd spend all that money to make a new one.
Yeah, so we're actually going to go over there where there is something new. So let's go check that out. All right, here's something new that's recently been added to the Dr. Oddfellow's collection of horror. Scare Zone.
Looks like a sideshow card. Like, there's obviously a stage. Is this where Dr. Oddfellow keeps his collection of horror? Sorry, that's so cheesy, but
you are cheesy.
But yeah, this is clearly going to be stuff is going to happen here. As we've seen more and more in the scare zones, there are little staged moments that happen. And very much looks like that's what this will probably be used for, and will this be where Dr. Oddfellow is?
Yeah. Very similar to last year where, well, obviously over there last year where the Minion sign is now, that's where Pumpkin Lord was last year for those of you that were here. They've kind of shifted everything over this way. For those of you that kind of need a location, the new Universe store is here, the Hello Kitty store over here. But this is where this wagon is. So we'll have to see what comes out of this, but this is really cool looking. Not much to report over here in the Dark Zodiac Scare Zone over here in Hollywood. Nothing else has really been added other than these 2 platforms, the one that's down there and the one right here. So we'll keep an eye on as they add things. And for those of you that didn't see it in our last update, here's a look at the other platform here in the Dark Zodiac Scare Zone. You can tell some of this, there's a Scorpio. I'm terrible with like Zodiac signs. Do you know what the fish is, Barry?
Isn't that Pisces?
Pisces, yeah. Maybe? I'm terrible with like all this Zodiac stuff. I'm
Aries. I know it's a ram.
Yeah. Is this one? This looks like a beetle or something.
I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know what that one is. If that's like some kind of Zodiac symbol.
I have not seen an Aries.
Anybody chime in the comments? Let us know.
Scorpio.
Yeah. Obviously Scorpio. That's the easy one. Scorpio, Scorpion. That's the easy one. So, but anyways. Not much else happening here in the Dark Zodiac Scare Zone, just that platform down there and this one right here. We're gonna head over into the Jungle of Doom Scare Zone, which a lot has happened, so let's go check that out. Guys, we are now in the Jungle of Doom Expedition Horror Scare Zone, and like I said, a lot has happened in this scare zone. Obviously here with the entry, the front piece, lots of foliage, plants added.
So much has been added.
Yeah, they've really rock and rolled with this scare zone. There's now like a fake grass hanging from the wires up here. So let's keep walking through and seeing what we can find in this zone. Lots of props have been added, all sorts of barrels and shelves and all sorts of stuff. This kind of boat looking structure has moved. It was flat up against the fence last time. They've kind of angled it out now. This kind of vine camouflage netting has been added to the fencing over here, and then we'll keep on. Lots and lots of foliage and plants have been added. This is really cool. They've added a ton of plants to this crashed plane. For those of you guys that watched our last video, none of these plants were here. They've added a ton of plants, even to the plane itself. So it really looks like it's buried in here now. It crash landed with all these plants and everything. And then if you look up, they've added a parachute now to the scare zone. Looks like a beat up, tethered parachute has been added to the scare zone. And you can see the parachute harness right there. So that's pretty cool. Let's go see what else we can find. Again, lots of crates and boxes and containers have been added to this zone. Got plants over here. I think these torches are new. I didn't see these torches last time. So hopefully those will be burning during the event, which would be really cool. I'm excited to see this scare zone at night. And here are our bat buddies again. Got a bat there. Another bat over there. And then you got this guy way down here. Another bat right there. So the bats are still hanging out, pun intended, here in the Jungle of Doom scare zone. And this guy is new, a giant spider, which looks familiar. I believe
very familiar.
I believe he was in the bug house last year. For those of you that went through the bug house, he looks very familiar. So, but again, the torches, bats. There's another spider over here on top of this. Yeah, looks very friendly. But this one's on top of like this column here. So that's a look at this scare zone. I think we're gonna make our way around over to San Francisco next. So let's get going. Alrighty guys, we're over here in the Shipyard 32 Horrors Unhinged. I just felt a raindrop, so we're gonna make this quick. Barry had a good point.
Is that a crane?
A good point about this structure. Maybe it's a crane, maybe not. This structure and the one over in the Jungle of Doom scare zone were very curious structures. We found out that the one in the Jungle of Doom scare zone became a plane. But this one, Barry may be onto something with it, maybe being a crane, with this being a shipyard. A shipyard of some sort, so we'll have to wait and see. But other than that, not a whole lot to report here since our last update. Got the crates and boxes.
Triggers and some speakers.
Yeah, so we'll keep you guys updated, but not much to report here at the Shipyard 32 scare zone. So we're gonna go on down now to New York and check out Vamp 69.
Summer of Blood.
But before we get to Vamp 69, the food booths have started to pop up here throughout the park. We're gonna see a few more before we wrap up this video. But here's a look at the Chucky food booth this year. You see Wanna Play, some blood splatters all over it. And they already got the lights on. It's already got lights on. So, yeah, somebody forgot to turn the lights off. But yeah, here's a look at the Chucky food booth. We tried some of the food that'll be available at this booth at the Taste of Terror event. So if you guys want to check that out, make sure to check out that video in the description below. So, all right, we are moving on now to New York. All right, we are now in New York for the Vamp 69 Summer of Blood scare zone. And I don't think a whole lot has been added to this zone since our last video. Obviously, you guys got the banners for the Music Fest up here. The booths are still here. But we're gonna go up by the stage and see if anything new has been added up there. So let's go check that out. Taking a slight detour, still over here in the New York area. But the other food booths that have been added are the Last of Us scare zone. I wish we were getting a Last of Us scare zone. The Last of Us food booths. You can see the Fireflies logo up here. You see the Fedra kind of concrete blocks down here. But yeah, there are two The Last of Us food booths over here down the alleyway, kind of between Mummy and Transformers. So here's a good look at them. Looks like the lighting is on for these too. Looks like we'll see some green lighting, which will look really cool at night. And this one has kind of vines all over it. And so yeah, here's a look at the Last of Us food booths coming to Halloween Horror Nights 2023. All right, we're back over here at the Vamp 69 Summer of Blood scare zone. And from what I'm seeing, not a whole lot has been added. Here's a closer look at the stage with the props. Oh, I see Dr. Oddfellow's symbol over there.
Yeah.
Right there. That's a nice little find. His symbol has been kind of scattered throughout the scare zones because he kind of ties into each one of the scare zones this year. Oh, there it is up there on that case too. see if I can zoom in here. There's that. And then over here, they've added motorcycles, vroom vrooms, to the scare zone. So here's a look at the motorcycles that have been added. And then
if those are the same ones from the Purge scare zone.
Oh, the motorcycles from the Purge? Could be. They definitely look like reused Halloween Horror Nights Harleys. And then over here, they added a camera prop kind of filming the stage up here on this scaffolding.
They moved the lighting tower.
Yeah.
They were originally next to
the lighting towers are right there next to the camera tower, and there's one over here now, and there's one further down there. So they've spaced out the lighting rigs more. So I know they've been doing rehearsals for the scare zones, I believe.
Yeah.
So they're probably tweaking things and changing things as the event gets closer here. So I think that's it. I think we're gonna go wrap it up here shortly. There are a few more food booths for us to show you guys before we wrap things up here over here by the Transformers extended queue, which they are starting to set up for Horror Nights. They got the bars in here. They've got the beverage dispensers, so looks like we'll be seeing that again this year. But over here is the Stranger Things pizza food booth. And over here is the Yeti food booth. And you can kind of tell it's a Yeti because of the claw marks down there, and it's got that very woodsy, outdoorsy vibe to it.
Yes, there will be Surfer Boy Pizza.
Yeah, and here's a look at the Surfer Boy Pizza food booth, obviously from the latest season of Stranger Things, which we tried at the Taste of Horror event. It was actually really good. They will have a vegan option, which was really good also. So, but here's a look at those two food booths. There's one more food booth over here we're gonna go take a look at, and then we're gonna wrap this video up. All right, now I am completely clueless as to what this food booth will be. It's got a very 70s, 80s vibe to it. The only thing I could think of is Stranger Things. So yeah, here's this food booth. It's over by the Universal Studios stage area over here in the main courtyard area across from, this one's right across from Minion Cafe. So yeah, no idea what this food booth is going to be, but here it is. All right guys, we're back here. We've made our full circle. Just another quick update here for Halloween Horror Nights 2023. We're gonna get out of here before this storm comes.
It's hot.
It's hot, yeah. Storm's coming, it's hot, we're tired. But anyways, we want to give you a quick run around of the scare zones. We'll probably be another week or so before we do another update video, seeing how things go with the scare zones. As always, make sure you're following ThrillGeek everywhere on social media, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram.
Threads.
Instagram threads, everything. Just make sure you're following ThrillGeek, because as you guys know, we cover Halloween Horror Nights from head to toe every year. People enjoy our content, whether it's our guides or our videos, so we appreciate all the support as the event gets closer here. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment below. What are you guys most excited about for Halloween Horror Nights this year? So anyways,
That's it from Universal Studios, Florida.
we'll see you guys. Take care, be safe, and we'll see you next time.
See you in the fog.
Bye.